going on, guys, and welcome back to One Grunt's Point of View. Today we got a special treat for you. We're going to be talking about bullpups. FNS2000. This gun is incredibly rare and very hard to find. I'm lucky enough to have a group of friends that will donate stuff to the channel from time to time and let me review stuff. So what we're gonna do is, with all the bullpups, I'm gonna run through pretty much my assessment. If you haven't seen that video, go over to the link in the description and you'll be able to watch the assessment that we do for the beginner rifle series. Basically what I'm gonna do is do the assessment with all these rifles, some movement and running around, and then we're gonna sit back and we'll talk about how I feel about these things emotionally, physically, and sexually. And we're gonna talk about all of the good stuff and all the bad. So right now, what we're gonna do is some short bay performance drills, starting with the F2000. Initial observation, the safety on this gun works just like this. So it's right next to your finger, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see. Initial impression, safety's a little weird. This is like the second time in my life that I've ever fired this gun. But it's honestly really controllable. Like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna skip around too bad. That trigger is atrocious, and we'll talk about that later. But not too terrible, first couple rounds. Make sure my hand doesn't get blown off. But.
Stand by. Uh, 2.47.
247.
Yeah.
I think I can speed that up. The group looks great. We're all in the 10, so let's see if I can speed this up. That trigger.
That's a brick.
I'm not trying to like flinch and look like such a bitch on camera, but like it's gonna happen with this trigger.
It's a brick though.
It's like a 13-pound trigger. Here we go. Yep, ready?
Stand by. .202.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's right. It ejects from the front.
Yeah.
That brass falling out just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, it slides out the front. Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .189.
Okay, so all in. We passed. Passed for bill drills at least. And this is where I fail miserably. This rifle, the magazine release is back here. And then again, the safety is this weird like rotary thing. So I'm gonna have to fire, put it on safe, eject the mag, hit the reload, and then I think this locks back here.
It does, yeah.
So I'll do the old HK.
Oh no, it doesn't lock on
So
bolt lock.
Rack it.
Yeah,
okay.
You can lock it to the rear.
We might try it both ways and see which way's faster. All right, let's do it. Go ahead.
Ready? Yep. Stand by.
Fuck you.
11.32.
Total professional.
.844, 639 split.
There's just so many moving parts. Do it again.
.635, 489 split.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's gonna be it for the F2000. Now we're gonna go grab the Tavor. We'll talk about that, and then we'll hit standards with the Tavor. So now we have the IWI Tavor. This is not the X95, so this is the first generation Tavor that was up on the civilian market. This one is forward cocking, just like the FS2000, except for this is non-reciprocating. The safety is where it should be, right by your thumb, and then magazine release back here, bolt release back here. So probably have a little less trouble figuring this one out, but that will be marked down in performance at the end.
9.7. 8.7.
I don't know, maybe
8.0.
You might be right, I might like this one better. That trigger, you jerk the fuck out of it, it goes quick.
I think you're like that one, out of all three of them, I think you're gonna like that one the best.
Well, this one hurt me before the other ones did, so I don't know. Okay.
All right, we got bill drills now.
Bill drills, 6 rounds.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 208. Stand by. 203.
The dot flickered under the recoil.
Oh, did it? That's a 203.
My 5th shot had no dot. I just seared where I thought it was.
Stand by. 201.
We got 2 and 8 now. So that's the FS2000, and this is the Tavor. So I just dropped 2 on that last bill drill, which we're gonna talk about that, because that has to do with like where my cheek is falling on the gun when I do the presentation. Like I'm coming up, and as I'm coming up, I'm having to bury my head to get the dot like centered in the window. It's very high up, and I know that doesn't matter, but like as soon as I buried my head during the recoil cycle, the dot went lower. So that was, I mean, we'll talk about it. This is gonna be speed reloads.
I'm coming across.
Yep, go for it. So speed reloads. I don't have to, okay, shouldn't have to rack it, just push the button, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Same thing with the FS2000. You can lock it to the rear, but it's not going to lock to the rear on an empty mag.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Stand by.
That probably looked like straight cat shit, but
941.
What was the split?
508.
If I trained with it, yes. But what that just looked like, whenever you go to the store and you're trying to get out of the store and the door is a push door and you're standing there yanking on it like an idiot, that's what just happened.
Yeah.
I'm wanting an AR-15 and it's not an AR. All right, go ahead.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. Better.
That felt a little better.
Yeah, it looks smoother. 590 with a 477 split.
Now we're getting into fucking standard territory.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .483 with a 356 split.
There we go. Okay, so one of them would have passed, but. All right, so now we got the AUG. This is also one of the first generations of AUG, so it does not have a carry handle or the ability to interface other optics. So this is the 1.5 times magnification scope that Steyr normally has with the AUG. It has iron sights built in for backups, folding little foregrip thing. Can't really run my hand like a normal, you know, like the old C-clamp grip that we get, because I'll be wrapping it over the barrel. So we'll have to figure out where to put my thumb. Bolt catch, I believe, is back here, or at least this is the bolt. This is the bolt catch. Maybe that's the bolt release. We'll find out. Forward assist, which is kind of strange, and then magazine release is back here, just like the Tavor. Trigger on this thing is, I don't know. We literally didn't prepare for this at all. So like you are literally seeing it as I'm seeing it, and then your safety is right here. So let's get it. Oh my God.
It's a lot lighter in the front, isn't it?
Fucking,
Oh, yeah, the eye release terrible on that too. You think you'd be better off using those irons on top?
I don't even know if I'd be able to pick them.
They're tiny. It's kind of hard to pick up.
I'm just gonna run the fucking. If the Omanis can do it, damn it, I'll do it.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 8-9. 102. 7-6. That was quick.
Okay.
Now we got bill drills.
Bill drill, 6 rounds.
You ready?
No. All right.
Stand by. .254 with a, yeah, .254.
What was the first shot?
1 second exactly.
Jesus. They're all in there. Did you see that giant flash coming out there?
Yeah, I saw
that.
it.
That was cool. All right, I gotta beat that time. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of not freezing on the trigger.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. 207. First shot with a 105.
Almost just got whacked in the eyeball with a piece of brass. Yeah, kids, wear your safety glasses. Don't be like me.
All right, we got one more bill drill.
One more. 2 rounds high. Which I'm gonna say that's got to be from me getting shitty eye relief on this optic, but yeah.
I think it's like an inch, maybe.
Right there is perfect.
Yes, it's a little more than an inch.
Shooter
Close to like a ACOG probably. Stand by. 203.
We are still in. You bet your ass we are.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by. .766 with a 5.98 split.
Damn, so still better than the FS2000,
yeah.
Even with the fumble.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny boy, hit it.
Stand by. .741. 5.19 split. Probably your best one, yeah. 614.
So now we have, over at the Long Bay, we are back with the F2000. I'm gonna walk this thing out to the 300 target, which is, I don't even think you can see it. Look down there and see if you can. We'll try.
Yeah, you can see it down there.
But we're gonna walk this out, no magnification, just a EOTech. I'm gonna get into some awkward positions with this thing and try to see if I can figure out where the pinch points would be for using it like just a normal, infantry rifle. So just go to the 100. So mag rested, it works. Trigger, trigger, trigger.
That was a hit.
Okay, kneeling. Let's see if I can brace up. I can use this, I can brace up. There we go. Okay, 200. Trigger. Are they getting close? Can you see them?
No, I can't tell.
I'm like losing it in the losing it into the reticle.
Yeah, I can't tell. Was that a hit?
I think so.
Yeah, that was a hit.
Okay. So mag rested it. It's pretty good. Let's see. Top of the thing. It's getting so dark back there, I can't really see it. There's like a raindrop right where the target should be.
That was a hit.
This is pretty pretty no-go for this trigger. See if I can get the two from here. Too good. 300. Can't see it. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. Okay, so 100 rounds later. So Tavor, here we go, same thing. 100. Damn, height of that optic sucks. Kneeling. See if we can get in here kind of weird. Forward pressure on that forearm, pretty stable. I just got to get this trigger to work for me. Target. Prone. So none of these are that bad in the prone. Let's see if I can get the two one more time.
That might have been a hit.
300. Can't see it at all. And we'll do it. 300 is pretty much invisible now.
Yeah, it's getting tough to see it.
Oh shit. Here. Get a little brace position. I mean, I can see down there better now. Okay, maybe the AUG's gonna win.
Should be able to see 1.5 times better.
I think just need a little bit of magnification. I thought the safety was on, but it's just the trigger's that heavy.
That was a hit, yeah.
Okay, so 3 rounds, 3 hits with the AUG. I think the AUG is the winner when it comes to actually being able to see stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of shooting. I had a lot of fun. These guns are very interesting in their own rights, and each of them has been used as a military rifle. So we'll start off from the right. Again, this is the Steyr AUG, or this is actually the MSAR, which is made by STG. Again, first generation of what a AUG A1 would have been like. This is the Tavor, not the X95, just the IWI Tavor. So first generation of this, and then this is the FN2000, which I don't think they make anymore at all, and I think they're very hard to find at this point. Basically, we're gonna hit 5 things when we talk about these real quick. Is short bay performance, long bay performance, the ability for you as like just a basic infantryman, rifleman, whatever, to just pick this up and be able to run it. So like ergos and maneuverability. And then we'll talk about compatibility and modularity, and we'll cut it. So first thing, short bay performance. If we're gonna talk about accuracy, I have to give it to the FN2000. I was more accurate with the FN2000 than I was with either of these two. I think due in part to this one is a lighter recoiling system. I haven't taken this apart yet to clean it, so whenever I do that, we'll talk a little bit about that maybe one day. But essentially, this one, to me at least, did not feel like it was reciprocating as fast or as violently. This one felt very violent, and then this one was pretty snappy as well. This one was running 223. Both of these were running 5.56, like 8.55 NATO spec from like Winchester. So these are a little bit hotter loaded, and still this one was a little bit easier to control up close. I didn't seem to have any problems running bill drills. Reloading wise, this one is way easier to use. This one's reload function is just absolutely dumb. This giant button, and then the mags are real sticky in this one because there's a rubber O-ring inside of the magazine well here to prevent like dirt, debris, water, all that stuff. So these get stuck. You can kind of notice, like I can put it in, it won't fall out. You gotta like slam that motherfucker in. So there's no way of it just like falling free unless you use a different type of mag. Tavor was really easy to reload up close, kind of snappy. The trigger on this gun is super long and very stagey, but it was really easy to run this trigger really quickly because it was just like basically like a Glock trigger. Like there's no wall, you're just kind of running the gun. Had a little bit of trigger freeze with this one, and then the trigger on this one is atrocious. So short bay wise, I would say the winner of short bay is going to be the Tavor, because it just simply was faster and also like ease of use under stress. So like in a closer distance, this one was way easier for me to kind of figure it out. Long bay performance, I'm gonna go with the AUG all the way, mainly because of the optic, because I can't see down there right now, and with that little bit of added magnification, this is a 1.5 times optic, I was able to pick out that 300, and I hit 1 for 1 on all 3 of the long distance targets. Whereas with both of these, I struggled pretty hard, partially because of the red dots, and then partially because these guns are just very, again, trigger-wise, and then just overall accuracy. These platforms aren't necessarily going to be super accurate because they're just infantry rifles. Ease of you to pick this up. So you, as your basic rifleman, you're used to an AR or an AK, and you battlefield pick up one of these. I would honestly tell you, just go ahead and put it back down on the ground and try to find another AR, because you saw it live. I had not prepped for this video at all. My buddy behind the camera, like, we did not prep for this at all, did we?
Nope.
Zero prep. Absolutely no dry runs or anything. Everything was done pretty much as a one take, just all straight live as you saw it. So ease of operability, I would say this one feels the most like an AR-15. Ease of magazine changes with this one. You're hitting a easily accessible button right here on the side, and the magazines will almost assist you in falling out. So it's very easy to get those out. The safety is right where it should be, next to your thumb. Charging handle is big, right in front of your hand, so you can reach up, grab it over and underhanded. It's got a pretty decent grip on it, and then your bolt release being back here. As soon as you strip that mag, you get the next one in, your thumb rides up, presses that. Started getting a little bit quicker with this one. Problems I, again, have with this one is, so the chamber is actually right here, but then random pieces of brass will fall out of the front. It's not necessarily a problem with the gun, that's more of just like distracting as shit. The safety, rotary style, very easy to forget to put it on fire, which I did a couple times. And then your charging handle is kind of recessed. It bows out, pretty easy to use, but there's no bolt release, so you either have to charge the gun or do the HK lock back, reload, and then the slap. And then again, these magazines are pretty hard to strip, so if you have another mag in your hand, you're not going to be able to do like a tactical strip reload, so you have to strip this out, go for the other mag. So this one I would say is going to be third place.
You probably don't have to worry about NDing with that trigger or that safety there, because that trigger's so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but
that trigger
it's harder. It's going to be harder too.
That trigger's got to be like 15 pounds. If I weigh that trigger emotionally, it's definitely like 100, because that was terrible.
Oh, we got a trigger gauge inside.
We could try it. I think we should. Well, I would. So ease of use though, as like a rifleman, this one sucks. Don't get this one. This would be number 3. I would say this is number 1, And then this is a close, but not really, number 2. I feel like if this one had a better place for me to place my hand up front, where I could like ride my thumb in a more comfortable manner instead of having to use this foregrip. I'm not a fan of vertical foregrips, so maybe that's just a personal thing. Charging handle is big and bulky, just like this one. You can lock this to the rear with the charging handle, that's no problem. Your safety is right next to your thumb, so it's a little bit nicer than this one. I'm not a cross block fan, but that's fine. And then your bolt catch actually looks like an AR style bolt catch. So, you know, as soon as you rip that magazine out, you get your next mag in, you just, oh, I don't flag my cameraman. Put the magazine, so you rip the magazine out, which these are hard as shit. These are also proprietary. Get that in, push your little button, and you're ready to go, and you can drop back on the rifle. As you saw, I didn't do that because I didn't know that I could do that, because it wasn't that easy picking it up. Modularity and overall just usability of the platform. There's a pick rail on here. I recommend if you are going to get a Tavor, even the X95, because I've ran the X95 before. The pick rail is in the same spot, so if you notice on here, your buttstock is right here. Your pick rail is literally in line with your buttstock. There's not a height difference, so you're going to need a riser in order to get the optics to be a little bit more comfortable. This is an absolute co-witness, and where I would normally bring my head to be comfortable, so like probably a 193 height, this is probably closer to, and maybe a lower 1/3. I'm at a 1.5 and I can just now see the dot. Okay, now the dot is in the window, and like I am crushing every ounce of cheek that I have onto this. So I would recommend, if you are going to get one of these, get a riser. It does have Picatinny. There is a, pretty sure Midwest Industries makes it. You can undo this handguard right here and then put on like an M-lock or a Picatinny rail and everything, which gives you a lot more modularity to the platform. Sadly, you can't remove this. On the X95, however, you can remove this grip, and you can get different grips and stuff with different angles. You can put like a little dumbass bipod in here if you want to. The mag works just fine.
Geisley makes a trigger for it.
Geisley does make a better trigger for this, which weighs in, I think, around 4.5 pounds, and it's a 2-stage. It's a ton nicer than this thing. But overall, ease of use, modularity. This one obviously is first place. Second place is going to go to this one. Sole reason this one has a pick rail, and it's actually at a decent height. You can see the rail is slightly higher than your cheek rest. So when you present the rifle with this EOTech, I mean, I'm pretty like, if I stand straight up and down and just bring the gun straight up, right there is comfortable, and I'm barely touching this buttstock with my face. So this one actually is very comfortable to get behind. I don't like this. This is dumb. You can look at my thumb. The piston, the exhaust port on the piston is right where your thumb would land, and it got me twice.
And so, it's reciprocating as well.
And this bolt handle is reciprocating, so that sucks too. Other than that, modularity points go to the fact that you can add an optic of your choosing, but other than that, you can't add anything else. I don't think anybody made a trigger for this because it wasn't around long enough for them to make triggers for it. So there's that. And then lastly, this one does have screws, and you could take this off. And I guess there is aftermarket like availability, but you have to hunt that stuff down.
Well, the newer AUGs, I think they call the A4s.
So the A3, the A4, both have Picatinny mounts.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody makes upgraded triggers for AUGs yet. Someone probably does. Somebody makes a trigger for everything. And then the new ones also have like a ability for you to run like a rail here, so then you don't have to run your stupid grip. You can run like an actual, you know, little pick rail, or you can get something like a barrel extension. That way you can run your hand around it. Magazine wise, I know the A3, if I'm correct, I think it's the A3. The A3 runs off of regular STANAG military mags, so like regular AR-15 mags. This one, however, you have to have one of these. So, which these are proprietary plastic mags,
Waffle mags,
made by Steyr. So they're not terrible. They do have that weird lip on the back. I'm gonna get it close on that. That weird lip will get caught in your pouches. It happened to me But other than that, these are, I mean, they're not terrible mags. They fed well. We didn't have any problems reliability wise, except for like at the beginning when I got hurt. And then this one, we talked about it. This one will not feed any sort of modern mag. You have to use a metal mag that is smooth all the way up to the top, because you can actually see it on this mag. That line that's on there from the carbon, it's on this other side too, is from that rubber O-ring. Yeah. So you have to get a mag that will fit past that O-ring, and that's not even inserted, and now it is. So overall though, you know, a gun is better than no gun, but none of these guns are going to be worth a shit if you don't train with them. So make sure you're getting out and you are training with whatever it is you have. And I really had a good time running this. I hope you guys had a good time watching it. So, that all being said, we'll catch you around.